Deep in the heart of West Africa, where the Niger River flows and the savannah stretch, lies a secret that has been hidden for over 2000 years. A secret that speaks to the ingenuity, creativity, and resilience of our ancestors. Welcome to the fascinating world of the Nok Civilization, where the ancient meets modern and the past comes alive. Join me on the journey through the cradle of African civilization as we uncover the mysteries of the Nok people, their achievements, and their place in the grand narrative of human history. In 1928, a tin miner, colonised Young, who was a coal miner of a mining partnership, discovered the first Nok terracotta sculptures near the village of Nok in Kaduna State, Nigeria. Terracotta was accidentally unearthed at a level of 24 feet from an alluvial tin mine. Young presented the sculptures to the Museum of the Department of Mines in Jos. 15 years later, in 1943, near the village of Nok in the center of Nigeria, a new series of clay statues were discovered by accident. While mining tin, the clerk in charge of mine had found the head and had taken it back to his home for use as a scarecrow, a role that it filled successfully for a year in a yam field. This scarecrow was eventually noticed by Bernard Fagg, who at the time was an administrative officer who had studied archaeology at the University of Cambridge. Fagg noticed the head on the scarecrow looked similar to the sculpture that Young had found years back. He traveled to Jos, where Young showed Fagg other recently uncovered terracotta figures. Eventually, it became clear that tin mining in Nok and other areas in southern Kaduna was revealing and destroying archaeological material. This led to a series of excavations and research. Among the first findings were objects of wrought iron, a quantity of iron slag, figurine fragments, pottery, quartz hammer stones, and small concentrations of charcoal. Because of this preliminary excavation, the Nok culture was discovered and will start being regarded as belonging to the Iron Age of civilization. Today, the origin of the Nok people is still unknown, although from discoveries and research, the Nok people may have migrated from the Central Sahara along with pale millet and pottery, arriving and settling in the northern region of Nigeria. They may have also migrated from the West African Sahel to the region of Nok. Nok culture is estimated to have emerged in 1500 BCE and continued to persist until 1 BCE, famous for the terracotta sculptures, which they may have developed through large-scale economic production. From research, the earliest Nok terracotta sculptures may have developed in 900 BCE, engraved with a lot of history and designs, portraying the people engaging in activities such as hunting or trapping of undomesticated animals, regional trade networks with the transport of goods along the tributaries of the Niger River, as well as the use of Nok ceramics as part of Nok traditional medicine to process roots and bark as medicinal plants for the production of medicinal decoctions. Excluding ancient Egyptian figurative art, Nok sculptures are regarded to be the most early large figurative arts in continental Africa, which may have shaped the later artistic traditions of West Africa, including the Bora of Niger, Koma of Ghana, Igbo of Nigeria, Jenejono of Mali, and Ile-Ife of Nigeria. The Nok terracotta sculptures are mostly sculptures of human head, human figures, and animals. One of the identifying characteristics of Nok sculptures is the triangular or oval-shaped eyes on human faces. Typically, the human figures often have elaborate hairstyles and are depicted seated with their hands on their knees. Archaeologists have analyzed the clay used by Nok people in their sculptures and discovered that all the clay likely came from the same source, suggesting that a central authority controlled the supply. These sculptures have been found across an area over 78,000 square kilometers, suggesting these artists, although they received their clay from a central source, were part of an expansive civilization. Today, not much has been established about the social structure of Nok society, although from research, it is clear that Nok society was not built around cities. Instead, people tended to live in lots of settlements. Each settlement probably had its own farm, and most of the work would have been agricultural, Women likely did most of the work in turning crops into feed, as archaeologists believe that men were the ones who worked with iron. Archaeologists have also found sites that seem to have been used for religious ceremonies. Some sites were located around one large sculpture, which may have been a marker or a shrine. These sites are almost always far from settlements. It's possible that different groups share these sites for worship. The sites may have also played a role politically, as people might have met there to make agreements or hear disputes. However, there is still no evidence that the Nok had kings or palaces. A sharp drop in the volume of pottery and terracotta in soil layers suggests that the once thriving Nok population declined fairly rapidly, and no evidence can be found of their existence after 200 AD, nor has any evidence been found which suggests a reason for their disappearance. Some have suggested that overexploitation of natural resources and the heavy reliance on charcoal may have played a role, while others have said it could have been any number of different possibilities, including climate change, a pandemic, invasion, epidemic, or famine. The Nok Civilization left a remarkable cultural legacy for the people that followed after them, particularly the Igbo and the Ile-Ife. But there are still many unanswered questions about the Nok, from why they disappeared to the true purpose and nature of the unique and mysterious terracotta statues. Since the 1970s, Nok terracotta sculptures have been heavily looted. Even large-scale looting commenced in the Nok cultural area in 1994, and by 1995, two main local traders emerged. Each of these main traders would employ approximately 1,000 diggers to unearth terracottas every day. Although the majority of the terracottas were fragmented, some were intact and sellable. Because of this, hundreds of Nok cultural sites have been illegally dug in search of these terracotta sculptures. Valuable information about the Nok culture is lost when these objects are taken from out of the ground, removed from the archaeological context. In 1979, Nigeria's National Commission of Museums and Monuments decree established the National Commission for Museums and Monuments (NCMM), which is used to manage Nigeria's cultural heritage. NCMM Decree No. 77 made it illegal for anyone other than authorized personnel to buy or sell antiquities within Nigeria or export an antiquity without a permit from the NCMM. Towards the end of the 1990s, the federal government of Nigeria implemented the NCMM, which initiated a series of actions to work out strategies for combating the problems of looting and to map out a plan of action, which included a series of sensitization programs across the nation to enlighten the general public and law enforcement agencies. However, not all of the recommendations were implemented because the Nigerian government did not have the resources to face the large scale of some of the challenges. For example, the government did not have the resources to place monitors at all archaeological sites, and terracotta figures still slip through Nigeria's borders. Today, the terracotta sculptures are very highly sought after on the international art market, so many artifacts continue to be dug up without documentation of the context in which they were buried. The lack of extensive archaeological study has also severely limited our understanding of the Nok culture. A joint research project with Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany, and the National Commission for Museums and Monuments conducted since 2005 showed that more than 90% of Nok cultural sites known in the research area have been illegally looted. Art historical studies carried out shows that over 1,000 Nok terracotta sculptures have been illegally excavated and smuggled into Europe, the USA, Japan, and elsewhere. What further complicates the problem are the many workshops which fake Nok sculptures and then put them on the market as authentic. As we conclude our journey through the ancient Nok civilization, we reflect on the significance of their achievements and the lasting impact on human history. Characterized by their innovative spirit, artistic genius, agricultural practices, and technological innovations, as well as their social structures, spiritual beliefs, trade networks, and enduring legacy in modern Nigeria identity and culture. Nok civilization demonstrates Africa's contribution to global cultural heritage and highlights the importance of preserving cultural diversity, and also inspires pride and self-awareness in Nigeria and African identity. Nok's story serves as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Their legacy continues to inspire artistic, cultural, and technological innovations. As we move forward, let us draw from Nok's past to build a brighter future, embracing cultural diversity and preserving our collective heritage, which is crucial for a richer and more inclusive world.